Now, you might think of an organization with the name OSU Extension would be all about agriculture or animals, but it's really about education.
Yes, education, kindness, and volunteering, but food-centric. Patrice Powers-Barker is here to explain. Thanks for being here today.
Good morning.
Thank you.
So September, we have turned the calendar. September is all about food kindness. What is that all about?
Well, so the Food Kindness Project is a specific project we'll talk about. September as a month is Hunger Action Month. So, certainly awareness is important that there is hunger in many communities, but what are the steps we can do to help with that? So the Food Kindness Project is a project that will be happening in Columbus, but we're happy to be partnering and recipients for families up here in Toledo and Northwest Ohio.
Okay.
And what are you guys doing with this project?
So we have a sample from last year.
Yeah, all right.
So what happens is on campus next week, so on 9/11, so that kindness and that community support, they've been doing all this background work, and for the last few years, they have thousands of students, faculty and staff, different organizations that will partner. They will come together and they will package thousands of these shelf-stable food products. And then in past years, they've chosen different parts of the state that it gets delivered to. So this year it'll be coming up to Northwest Ohio.
All right.
And then we've partnered with organizations that we teach with, that we partner with, that will get this to families in the community.
Yeah, so they can enjoy, and that's black beans and rice.
Yep, this was last year's. We've been told that this year's will be a red bean and rice.
Okay.
So it can just be made like this with boiling water and simmer it. Other things can be added, cooked meats can be added, some vegetables, but it can be made just like this.
Good solid base.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I know that not everyone is an Ohio State football fan, but what we really want people to know is that, so once their day is done and they've packaged all this, they put it in boxes, it's loaded on to a semi-trailer, which is actually the Ohio State football equipment trailer. And that is what we'll be driving up here to Northwest Ohio to make the deliveries. So when people see that Ohio State football trailer, knowing that next week that's part of this project.
So the football players are not going to be in the on the bus, okay? But
No.
that's okay because they're feeding the community.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
important.
same
And at OSU Extension, as we mentioned, this is about education. So you have a lot of other resources on your website to connect people to.
Right, and just a few reminders of some of the things we've talked about before. My coworker Amy was here last month with Sneak a Zucchini, but if gardens are still producing, there are local sites that can take fresh produce if people want to share that. Also, say like you're hosting your own food drive, like with a social organization or a place of worship or the schools. There's a one-page handout like recommending what people might want to donate to help stock those shelves with a variety of nutritious foods. And then we have a few recipes that are on there that are based on beans and rice. So if I'm trying to stretch my food dollar at home, there's some good recipes. And if I want to buy a few extra things to donate locally. So there's a few different resources depending on what people would like to do to help during this month.
If someone was watching at home right now, how can they get involved if they're interested?
So this information is on our website at lucas.osu.edu, and it's kind of the monthly tip with our partnership with you. Thank you.
Wonderful. Hey, with us, that's right.
Yes.
As you mentioned, this Sneak a Zucchini, hopefully you all had a good turnout for that.
We did, and it's so much fun seeing gardeners bring their fresh produce.
Wow.
And then connected, yes.
Yeah, look at all that zucchini.
That's awesome.
Yes, that's one of our sites that actually we partner with, and there's a community garden right on site, and during the summer some kids help out and learn to garden, and then that goes directly to a food pantry at that site. So each food pantry operates a little bit differently, but that's why we have the resources if people want to connect and find out maybe a local resource, what would make the most sense for their personal donations.
We've got it all on the website. So get in touch there and then grab those recipes too. That's always super handy because sometimes we end up with produce and we're like, now what?
Yes.
Well, what do I do with this?
It's going to go bad soon.
Yeah. So great. Thank you so much for being here today. We appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.